Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa sallam bi ihsan ila yawm din. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Inshallah, today we are going to continue with the book Tibyan fi Adab Hamlat al-Qur'an, which is an explanation on how to deal with the Qur'an, the etiquette of relating with the Quran by Imam Nawawi. And we began the book last week by reading from the book his story, the life history of Imam Nawawi, so as to motivate ourselves. So we are going to continue today with his early education, and Brother Abdullah is going to read for us. Bismillah. Can you please read loud?
Imam al-Nawawi came to Damascus in 649 and lived in the Madras al-Rawahiyya. In 4.5 months, he memorized Abu Ishaq al-Shirazi's manual of Shafi'i fiqh entitled al-Tanbih and a quarter of Abu Ishaq ibn Ahmad al-Muhaddab fil Maddab with his Sheikh Ishaq ibn Ahmad al-Maghribi.
Okay, yeah, so the first thing that was stated here is that Imam Nawawi traveled to Damascus. Now, in those days, if you want to acquire knowledge, you need to travel. So people acquire knowledge by traveling. Like Imam Bukhari, Imam Muslim, their compilation of hadith, they got it by traveling. Today, you learn most things on internet, but in those days, they have to travel for knowledge. So he traveled to Damascus in order to learn. And when he started learning, he learned first, he was learning the Shafi'i fiqh, the fiqh of Imam Shafi'i. So he was learning the elementary book of Shafi'i fiqh, which is what? Al-Munabbaha. What was the name again? I'm not an expert in Shafi'i fiqh. So the first thing is, if you want to learn, if many of you want to become Islamic scholars, you may have to leave this country, maybe from Medina or wherever you, or even Egypt, if possible, or Mecca, to go and learn more about your deen if you want to become a sheikh. So Imam Nawawi traveled to Damascus in order to learn. Carry on.
After which he went on the pilgrimage with his father, ailing during most of the trip, and took up residence in Medina for a month and a half, and then returned to Damascus.
And then he went for Hajj, and when he went for Hajj with his dad, it is said that he was getting sick on the way. So, because when you travel sometimes, the weather condition, the water there might not be compatible with your system, so you react to it. So, and then in those days, they used to travel to Mecca by foot or on camels, not on the aeroplane like this. So it takes months for people to get to Mecca, because they have to walk on foot. So he traveled to Mecca and he stayed in Medina, for a month. Carry on.
In his early studies, the Imam said, "It occurred to me to study medicine, so I brought the Qanon of Ibn Sina, whereupon darkness filled my heart and I remained unable to work for several days."
Now the first thing, he wanted to learn. So he wanted to study medicine. He wanted to become a doctor. And when he bought a book of medicine then, he said he felt a darkness filled his heart. He was not enjoying it at all. So, and because of that, after studying the book for how many? For like a month or so, he has to sell the book. He sold it. He sold the book. After 7 days, he sold the book because he was not enjoying it. He said darkness because. So when he sold the book, what happened?
Then I came to my senses and I saw the Quran, after which light filled my heart. Sheikh Abd al-Fatih Abu Ghuda commented, "In this way does God Most High create in souls attraction for one type of knowledge and aversion to another, proficiency in one and deficiency in another."
So you see, he wanted to study medicine, which is a very good field. If you become a doctor, it's fine. There are some scholars who were medical doctors, and they were also scholars of fiqh or scholars of tafsir. But Imam Nawawi, Allah did not put in his heart the love of medicine. So you have to sometimes listen to your heart. You need to listen to your guts. If you have intuition about something, if you don't force yourself, if your heart naturally feels dislike for a type of knowledge, don't force yourself. Perhaps Allah doesn't want you to go through that route. So Allah doesn't want him to go through that route, and when he faced what Allah wanted him to go through, then he became one of the greatest scholars of Islam. Can you carry on, please?
And in this there are great examples of wisdom, both hidden and manifest. Imam al-Nawawi's teachers include Al-Radi ibn al-Dahan, Sheikh al-Shuyuk Abdul Aziz ibn Muhammad al-Ansari,
So,
Zain al-Din ibn Abdul Dain,
3,
Imad al-Din Abdul al-Karim ibn al-Harastani,
4,
Zain al-Din Khalid ibn Yusuf,
5,
Taqi al-Din ibn Abi al-Yusr,
6,
Jamal al-Din ibn al-Sayf,
7.
and Shams al-Din ibn Abu Umar.
Yeah, 7 or 8. Yeah.
With,
Carry on.
with Abu Ishaq Ibrahim ibn Isa al-Muradi,
Yeah.
Imam al-Nawawi studied al-Bukhari's and Muslims' compendiums of sound hadith.
Yeah.
With
So you see now, we've counted about 8 scholars whom Imam Nawawi radiallahu anhu or rahimahullah learned from. So in those days, people learn from so many scholars. You go to this sheikh, you learn all the knowledge from him, and then if you have exhausted all the knowledge with him, then you go to another sheikh to learn. So you don't stick yourself to just one scholar till you die. Because if you are a student of knowledge, and sometimes, so most of these people that were mentioned now, the scholars of Imam Nawawi, most of them, many people don't know them. But many people knew Imam Nawawi. Why? Why? Because he learned from all of them and he became a better person than all of them. As you are all learning from me, if you face your study and you face your Quran and you learn more things after Quran, you could be far better than myself. And you could be better than my shuyukh as well. Just like Imam Nawawi became better than his own shuyukh. So you need to continue to learn. Many of the teachers that taught me how to read Quran today, alhamdulillah, most of them I'm better than them because I kept on learning and learning and learning. So you can also be better than me. So, and that is what I want all of you to aim at, that I want to be a great sheikh so that I can benefit the ummah. Now, carry on.
With al-Taflisi, he studied jurisprudence.
So Imam Nawawi studied Sahih Bukhari and Muslim. He read the whole of Bukhari and Muslim. You know how many volumes are Bukhari and Muslim? These are big volumes. So he studied them. And he also he studied Hadith and he studied Fiqh. So look, so it's not just about one. Oh, the only thing I want to learn is how to read Quran, how to become an Hafiz, and then that is it. No. To become a sheikh, the Quran is the foundation. Then you have to learn Hadith. Then you have to learn Fiqh. You have to learn all the different fields in Islam in order to become a sheikh. Today, many people, the moment they learn how to read Quran, or the moment they just memorize the Quran, that is it. They just want to go and do business. Yeah, you can go and do business, but nobody is going to remember you after 100 years. Even after 10 years, you die. Maybe your children will remember you. But Imam Nawawi died about 800 or 900 years ago. We are still remembering his name. Why? Because he studied knowledge. Because he studied knowledge. He studied Islam and he became one of the greatest scholars of Islam. Became one of the greatest. So he learned Hadith. He learned the whole of Bukhari and Muslim. Bukhari and Muslim, they are the two greatest books in Islam after the Quran. They are authentic. Yeah, carry on. And let's finish that session.
With Ahmad al-Misri, he studied grammar, and with Imam Ibn Malik, the author of Alfiya, he studied the finer aspect of Arabic language.
You see now, so he studied Nahu. Alfiya is one of the greatest book of Nahu. Yeah, grammar in Arabic. He studied it. So to become a sheikh, you have to learn Arabic as well. You have to learn what is called Nahu. You have to learn Sarfu. You have to learn Balago. Not so in order to know the meaning of the Quran. And none of you here must stop learning after you have perfected your Quran. You have to learn the meaning of the Quran. What is the essence of the Quran that you know that you don't know the meaning? And if you read English translation, it can never do justice to whatever you learn. It can never do justice. So you have to learn all these types of knowledge so that you can actually become a great scholar. So, and I think today, because of time, we are going to stop here. And next week, inshallah, we are going to learn new things about Imam Nawawi. I hope you have learned one or two things today. Surah Al-Asr, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Al-Asr, إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله.